Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of the Satan's Hollow. What I want to do on this episode is I want to get the control panel off, the coin door off, get these plastics and the glass and the monitor out, get the marquee, all this stuff disassembled. We'll get the T-molding off and stuff like that. And then we're going to strip the side art. And then I want to lay this down on the floor on the one side, and we are going to do what Charlie from Overtime Arcade did, where he took 91% alcohol and he laid thick paper towels on the whole side, saturated them with 91% alcohol, and then covered them up with some static clean, clear saran wrap, and then let it set for, I think he let it set for like 5-6 hours. So I'll probably let it set for 3-4 hours, check it, see what it's doing, because he had 2 layers of paint on his joust cabinet. There was red paint and then there was black paint. This cabinet, there's just black paint, and I can actually see the red coming through in spots all over the place. So hopefully this paint on here is not real thick, and maybe we don't need to let it set for that long. I'm not sure, and obviously I won't know until we start messing with it. And I was talking to him last night about it, and he said, you know, humidity and temperature, all that plays a role in how long it takes for the alcohol to, you know, actually do what it needs to do. But hopefully we'll have success like he did, and we'll be able to reveal that whole side art. So let's start taking this apart. Let's pull this control panel off first. I think I already had it unlatched. Okay, now this is wiring. I don't know, it's all spliced together here. So we're just gonna unplug it for now. I did get the new overlay in the mail yesterday, and I got the new marquee in the mail. So those 2 are ready to go. We didn't need to get this or the glass because these are both in good shape. And then hopefully we don't need to do anything with side art, so we don't need to get any more artwork. I saw some pictures on the internet. Somebody put a black light back there like on Tron. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be backlit or anything. I don't think there's any bulb in here. Now, I don't know if somebody just did that to make it look cool, but I was almost thinking about, if it's not supposed to be lit, I was almost thinking about taking an LED light strip and put it in here to where you can't see the little bulbs and leave it red. I think if this glowed red through here, that would look pretty darn cool. So I might just do that. I think it'll look, give it just kind of a little bit of a cool effect. It's not going to affect anything. You know, it's just an LED light strip that's running on 5 volts. It won't do anything. So let's get this plexiglass off the front here. We'll start with that. Have to find somewhere to put all this stuff. I'll probably just take it in the house because this doesn't even need to be cleaned. It's real nice shape. Let me need to go grab, actually there's a thing here we can use. We'll use this. This has the bolts in it for the control panel for the Sinistar. I'll take those out because I got to clean these anyways. And I'll put them over here with the joystick for Sinistar. And we'll use this container for our screws as we take this apart. Now I got to take these out, which is a security bit, and I don't know I have any out here. I might have to run in the house and get some. I didn't realize that that was security bits. I forgot that Tron used those as well. Let me go see if I have bits out here. Okay, good. I thought I had bought a set over the summertime for the shop because I have one for the basement. I get these at Harbor Freight. They're on sale, I think like $5.99 or $8.99, and it comes with all these security bits and everything else. So when I see them on sale, I just buy them because they're not the greatest quality, and over time these start to twist and stuff. So for as cheap as they are, it's good to pick them up when you can. These are a T20 security bit. Oh, that last one's a Phillips screwdriver. So I'll probably end up changing these because I have one that's not matching already. And I like them all to match. I don't like that when they don't match. So we'll probably just go up to the hardware store or see if I might even have those in the basement. They might not be the same style. They're not going to be a security bit, but it might be an Allen bit or something, but we'll find something. So we have 4 matching ones in there. This I'm going to sand and repaint. Somebody already spray painted it. Okay, there's 3 Phillips bits or screws that are holding this plastic on right here. Now we can pop this off. It's a little bit, has a little damage, but it's totally fixable. And actually, I'm seeing some screw holes right here, 3 of them. I wonder if there was a fixture in there. Something tells me there's a fixture that goes in there, because if you look here, this is damaged from heat. So I don't know if it was just a regular bulb or did they put a black light bulb in there, but I still think it'd be cool to have the red. So I think I'm just gonna do the red. But if you look here on the plastic, I don't know if you're gonna be able to pick it up. Okay, there you go. See all those little bumps right there? All those bumps in the plastic? I don't know if that's from heat or cigarettes, but I'll bet you I can wet sand this and buff those out of there. And I'm probably gonna try it because I'd like to get this thing to look real nice. So I think we'll be able to wet sand it. As long as we don't damage this artwork on the backside, we'll be fine. But if we can wet sand that smooth again and buff this out nice and shiny, it'll look real good. But for now, I'll probably just put those in a safe place, especially this piece of glass. I don't want to have to buy a new piece of glass. Now, it does have a little damage right here where it's missing. We'll just take some craft paint on the backside and fill in where the black's missing, because all the gold and everything looks like it's in really good shape. So we're going to touch this up and reuse the original bezel. I'll set it over here. I always like to try to use original glass when I can, but unfortunately, a lot of the times, the glass ends up being, you know, the artwork ends up being falling apart on it. Now this is supposed to have a black insert piece of plexi. I do have more of those. I don't know that I have the clips for them. So we might have to make a set of clips for these if I don't have any more of the black plastic clips that hold the piece of plexi in place, which is not a big deal. We'll make something if we have to. So now we're going to pull off that ring. Okay, let's take off these and the latches, because I want to get all this stuff in the tumbler so we can start getting this stuff cleaned up. Because it does take several days for it to get clean in the tumbler. These originally were supposed to be silver. We're just going to sand them and paint them black because I want to get rid of the rust on these. This is like total deja vu from doing the Tron. Cabinet style is a little different from Tron, but all the brackets and everything are the same. Okay, that's off. So let's get the coin door off. Let's get the coin basket out that holds the coin box. And then we'll get the marquee. You know, let's take the marquee out real quick. Those are Phillips screws. I might use those security screws that I use a lot of times. And I'm gonna have to order some new plastic that holds the marquee because this top one's all chewed up and so is the bottom. The bottom's not too bad. I could probably use it on the top. I don't remember if they come in a set or not. So this is printed on here, and somebody cut this down. You can see they did a pretty crappy job of cutting it, but it's actually in good shape. I don't know that I'll ever own a 1942, but you never know. So this isn't too bad. It's got one nick missing here. Maybe we'll use that on the top. I don't know if you order these if they come in a set of 2 or not. I think they do though. So, because once I show you this top one, it feels like it's all mangled, all messed up there. You got drywall screws holding it in. At least one of them's a drywall screw. Yeah, see how this is just all busted up? Just gonna throw it away. You know what I should probably do? I should probably plug this in, see if that monitor lights up, or at least has, you know, neck glow, and see if that marquee light works. Because it's probably a good idea to check this stuff now, so that before I go putting it all back together and then wonder why it's not working. I'm just gonna go back here and open up this back door, and I'm gonna check to make sure that there's no bare wires or anything in the bottom of the cabinet before I go plugging this in. I don't need to damage something by not paying attention. But it looks like we're all right. Cord, we're gonna have to change the cord. It's all spliced and cut together. But you know what, the anode cup is off on the monitor, so good thing I came back here and looked, because we would have plugged it in and there would have been high voltage just going into the air. Let me bring you guys back here. Now I'm going to do something that you probably shouldn't do. I'm going to stick this cup back on there without discharging the monitor. But there shouldn't be a lot of voltage. There's going to probably be a little bit in there, but we should be just fine. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I don't have my stuff out here. But I should be fine. I'm just going to hold on to the rubber cup. So don't yell at me, guys. I know this is not right. So I want to just hold on to this cup here. Okay, no spark. Okay, prongs are in. Okay, we're in. That's all good. You can see where this is spliced here. It's spliced here. It's spliced here. Spliced everywhere. But doesn't look like we have anything that is untaped or left open. So let's plug this in and see if we get the monitor to turn on. Okay, nothing yet. I hear the marquee light. I hear a humming. We got no marquee light is going to, okay, marquee light works. The bulb just needed turned. I hear something from the monitor. Got static on the screen. Can't tell if there's neck glow though. We definitely have static on the screen. Just cannot see the neck. Might be too bright in here. Yeah, there's neck glow. Okay, so the monitor has power, has neck glow, so that's a good sign. Our marquee light is working. So now we can unplug this and turn it off. You can see here. All right, let me get it turned off. Now I got to keep in mind when I take that monitor out, that monitor now has power. but I'm gonna be careful. I'm not gonna get around that cup when I'm taking it out. But if you're at all nervous about it, discharge that monitor before you pull it out of the cabinet. So let's drop this marquee light out. Looks like this bulb is pretty new. All this stuff's in pretty good shape, just a little bit dirty. Just wipe it down, not a big deal. Okay, let's get these speakers out of here. We gotta find a socket, which I think it's 11/32. Yep. This will probably be a pretty long video, probably be over an hour by the time we get it torn apart. And then obviously the artwork cleaning, I'm not going to show a ton of that. I'll show you guys me getting it ready and covering it with the saran wrap. And then I'll show you guys, me wiping it off. But I'm not going to sit there and videotape me scrubbing it for a half an hour or whatever I need to do to it to get it cleaned up. I think as far as the games that I want for my basement, I think I'm about there with everything I want. I might entertain a Paperboy if I can get a good deal on one. I'm not going to go spending $3, $4, $5 grand on a Paperboy, but if I can find a beat up one, maybe cheap, that I can restore, I'll do. I'd also wouldn't mind a Spy Hunter. But once again, I'm not going to spend $4 or $5 grand for a Spy Hunter. Speaker's in really good shape. What I might do after I get all my games that I want done, I might start buying some games and restore them and sell them. So that might be the direction I go in the future. But before I even get there, I still have at least 12 or 13 games of my own that I want to restore. So it's going to be a while, but it might get to that point where I might start buying games that I already currently have, fix them up on the channel, and then turn around and sell them. But we'll see how that goes. Because I don't want to just do, the 12, 13 games that I have and then run out of stuff to do, Also, I got a bunch of parts in for this car, this 59 Impala. I don't know how many of you guys watch my car videos or not. I haven't posted any in a while because I've been waiting for months for parts. But I do plan on working on the 59 Impala this weekend. Like I said, I don't know how many of you guys follow me or not doing that. Finally got a steering column. I got to sand that, get it painted. And then we can start putting that together and hopefully, maybe get the fenders and stuff put on the car this weekend. That would be nice. Really want to get that thing out of here because I have a couple more cars back there that I want to get done. And with the cars, I have a couple projects left for a couple friends of mine, and I'm not doing any more projects for people either as far as car related. I'm going to buy my own cars, fix them up and sell them. So basically, from now on, what I have in this building that isn't mine, once it's completely done and gone, I will no longer be taking on any jobs for anybody. I'm strictly going to do my own work. I just think it'll be better that way. I don't have anybody you know, having certain aspect or certain, not aspects, a certain, what am I trying to say here? I don't have to worry about doing something a certain way for a certain person. I could build the stuff I want, the way I want it to look, and it gets put for sale as is, you know, how I built it, how it's finished. So I don't have to worry about, you know, any expectations of, you know, what people want. Because it gets hard, you know, everybody has their own ways of doing things and how they want things and how they want them to look, and which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm getting older now and I'm getting to the point where I'd rather just be my own boss with everything I do and not worry about having to, you know, impress or make somebody else happy. You know, I could do it my way. If somebody wants to buy a car or an arcade game and they come and they don't like the way something looks, they don't have to buy it, you know, and I don't have to explain myself if something isn't perfect, you know, and it, you know, it might open up more opportunity for me to show, you know, different ways of doing stuff because it's my own car, my own game, you know, we can kind of do some cool stuff. But now I'm getting this coin door off. All this wiring in the cabinet is going to end up going, I'll probably save it for now, but I ordered a harness from Golden Age Arcade. Ken's going to make me the harness for Satan's Hollow, so when I get that, we'll be able to put that in. There's another guy that is working on a Satan's Hollow on one of the Facebook groups. I don't remember what group it was. I messaged him last night about it, and he's going to take some pictures for me of his cabinet and where the original wiring harness goes in the cabinet, because I don't know there's not much left of the original one in this game, so it'd be nice to get some pictures of exactly where you route it into the game. Usually I go online and I have to try to find pictures, but this guy's going to be nice enough to send me some pictures, which will help out tremendously. Oh, there's the red paint. That's a good spot right there for me to match up with some new red paint so that we can get a nice color match on that. Now this coin door is in really good shape. I think what I'm going to do is lightly scuff it with one of those gray Scotch-Brite pads and repaint it because it's got this factory original texture, and I don't want to damage that. It's in good shape, so I want to keep that as intact as possible. Now on the bottom here, this piece of plastic, I bought 3 of them, I think, from Arcade Shop. I need to put them on. I need to put them on my Tron. I need to put it on my Journey. The tapper's supposed to have one, and then now I'm gonna need a 4th one, so I'm actually gonna have to order another one. And I just placed an order with Arcade Shop today. Maybe I'll go back online because he hasn't shipped out yet, and I'll order one of those. I think they're only like $7 or $8. I ordered the joystick, the red joystick handle for this. The only thing I can find right now for this game is a 4-way joystick from a Xenophobe. I think if I'm saying that right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert it to work as a 2-way joystick. I'm going to make some sort of a restrictor plate so the joystick won't go forward and backward. I don't want to make it out of metal because I don't want metal rubbing it against the metal shaft of the joystick. So I'm going to find some sort of a thick plastic material that is really sturdy and make some sort of runners that go on each side so that the joystick follows it to go right to left but not forward and backward. And if I ever find an original joystick for the Satan's Hollow, I will obviously swap it out. But the handle should fit on that game without a problem. That handle on that joystick without a problem. Unless, you know, if anybody has a Satan's Hollow joystick that would like to sell one, please let me know. I don't really want to spend $300-400 for a joystick, but it would be really nice to find an original one. You know, I'm not looking for anything for free, but, you know, I know that, you know, in the past people have been selling joysticks and they've wanted, you know, $300 for them, and that to me is a little bit outrageous. But, you know, I don't know how rare they are. I mean, maybe it's not outrageous. Maybe that's what you have to pay for one. I don't know. I don't know how many of them are out there. Obviously, Satan's Hollow is a two-way, so it's probably a little bit harder to find. Probably quite a bit harder to find than a Journey, or I'm sorry, a Tron or a Xenophobe. I think the Trons are different. But on the Xenophobe one, it actually just has 4 micro switches on the bottom, like a regular joystick. So it's definitely going to work. And probably nobody would nobody would even notice that I converted a 4-way into a 2-way. But still, in the back of my mind, it would be nice to have an original one. They got a lot of red overspray in this cabinet. There are some numbers inside this cabinet. Somebody wrote 8991. I don't know if that was something that the original factory did, or if that's something that an operator put in there, but it's 8991, and it's written on a couple different spots. So is that the number of this cabinet? 8,991? I don't know. I don't know if there's a tag on the back of this or not. I didn't look. Unfortunately, I'm missing the Satan's Hollow tag inside the cabinet, which sucks. I like having that paper tag on these cabinets. If anybody has a paper tag that they want to sell for a Satan's Hollow, by chance, let me know. I would definitely like one. Okay, that's off. Let's see if we can unpop this. It's stapled on. We'll have to pull the staples out afterwards. Red paint's under there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a screwdriver. Obviously this is gonna bust, which is fine because it's all nicked up anyways. No, staples are coming out. Awesome. Okay, looks like we are done with the front of this cabinet. So that red is actually really, really red. It almost looks like the color red that I use. Okay, I spun the cabinet around. Let's pull off these handles. And this whole cabinet is red. Back, top, front, sides, all of it. They just saturated all of it in red. Okay, that's out. We got to get to the switch, which we'll get that in a minute. Let's pull this rail out right here. This holds the glass on the back edge. Get that out of there. We have our wiring harness coming down from the marquee. We're gonna save it for now, but we're gonna put a whole new one in. I'm gonna save it just in case. Can't get that one. Plastic rails for the power supply. This power supply in the bottom of this cabinet, in 9 years of me buying cabinets and stuff, I have never seen one like this. It's weird. It's like a square box with the little adjustments for 5 volts positive, 5 volts negative, and 12 volts positive. I don't even know if it's made for arcades or not. There's an isolation transformer, which we're not going to use this one. We will definitely save it for future, because the power brick that I have for this cabinet has an isolation transformer on it. Oh, found a quarter. I'll have to get that out when I get the monitor out. Get all these clips off the wiring here. Unplug the video cable from the monitor. Okay. Got our power switch up here. Don't know if this will fit. Maybe. Okay. One more right here I can get to. All right, now we can get the monitor out. I think the easiest way is going to be to get those 4 bolts out. I think they're 7/16. Nope, 3/8. Let me unplug the power before I take that last bolt out. Okay, let's get this off here. Strip it out. Get the rest of these off of here. We need to get an interlock switch for this game. It's supposed to be over here, I believe. I have some in the basement. We are almost done stripping this down. I'll get the rails out for the monitor. So all this stuff can get cleaned up. Okay, I got one more strap holding the wiring on. This is that weird power supply. Couple more straps in here. Okay. I believe we are all stripped down. So next, I'm going to use my heat gun and get the artwork off the side, which I'm not going to videotape that. I'm just removing the side art and then I'll come back. Okay, I got the side art taken off and look what I found. They spray painted the sides of this cabinet, but look, they must have not, they didn't spray over all of him, which is awesome. Same thing on the other side, but look at all this though. I'm actually going to touch that up with paint. I'm going to try to brush touch all that in there as best I can, and we'll do like we did with the Sinistar cabinet, and we will clear coat over it. But yeah, look at that. So that's a good thing, less to strip. So now I'm going to get set up, and I'm going to put a moving blanket on the concrete here, and we're going to lay this cabinet down on the side, on the one side, and then we'll start stripping, or we'll start putting the towels with the alcohol and everything on the cabinet. I'm gonna leave the T-molding on for now. I'll get it off afterwards. Let me go grab some towels. These are the towels I'm gonna use. I use these for when I'm painting. They are 4-ply paper towels. And these ones are lint free, which doesn't matter for this, but. So we're gonna lay these on there, and then we're gonna saturate them with alcohol. And then cover them up. Probably gonna put some gloves on so I don't dry my hands out worse than they already are. I don't know how long this paint's gonna take to come off because it's not real thick. Maybe within a few hours I'll get lucky and it'll come off. Okay. That should be good. Now, I don't remember if he just poured it on there or what, maybe smoothed it around with his hands with some gloves on. I don't remember. I'm grabbing some gloves real quick here. I got these ones that are called Thicksters. They are, how thick are they? Doesn't say. Hold on. I think they're 7 mil. They're reusable. They're nice, real thick rubber gloves. Should be able to use them for this whole process and we'll throw them away. As long as they don't get holes in them. Now we get our alcohol. I guess we'll just pour it on here. Saturate it up real good. Hopefully this doesn't ruin the paint on my shop floor. I gotta repaint it this summer anyways, but I only bought 2 bottles. I'm gonna have to go get a couple more bottles. Luckily there's a dollar store right down the street from my house. So I'm figuring it's probably gonna be almost 2 bottles per side, because this is 1 bottle right here. I almost got it all. And now when I take this paper towels and stuff off tonight, I'm probably gonna put them outside, because I get a little nervous with this stuff. I don't need it to catch on fire or something stupid. I'll probably just leave them in the driveway tonight. I got a gravel driveway back here, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'll probably go grab a couple more bottles of alcohol while this is sitting for a while. Trying to put it on generously so that we have a good amount on here. I think that's enough. It looks like it's probably close to 2 bottles per side. Tell you what, this stuff will get you high. I'm gonna have to take my gloves off. I can't grab this saran wrap. I didn't even need the gloves yet. Geez, how did they put this on the roll? like Charlie said, try to get the air bubbles out. You know, if I wouldn't have known that, watched his video on this a while ago, I rewatched it yesterday. I never would have thought to try this. I've always tried like paint strippers and stuff, and then I end up ruining it. That's why I've never had any luck doing this, because apparently I wasn't doing it the right way. And what this is doing is keeping the moisture from the rubbing alcohol from dissipating and drying out. And it's not too warm in here. It's probably about 68 or 70 degrees right now. So hopefully that'll be a good temperature to work from. I know when he did his joust cabinet, it was only like 40 some degrees in the garage because it was winter time. So I don't know if the heat benefited from that or if it slowed the process down. My guess is it probably benefited from it because it took longer to, you know, it didn't want to dry out as fast because of the cold. I'm gonna leave it on the roll and rip it afterwards because I keep bunching it all up trying to get it off. Smells like a hospital in here. Well, my hands will be sterile. If this doesn't work, Charlie, it's all your fault. Just kidding. Joking. I'm sure it'll work. The back and the top and stuff and the front, I'm just gonna sand those. No point in doing this. I'll just sand them down. I'm gonna repaint it red anyways. Save me time. Okay, well, I'm gonna let this set now. Probably go eat dinner and stuff. Just kind of let this set for a couple hours and come back and pray that we have black paint lifting off the cabinet. So it is, that's kind of early still. It's only 3 o'clock, 10 after 3. I guess I won't be eating dinner yet, but I probably won't come back out here till 6 o'clock. Probably give it 3 hours and we'll do a little test corner just to see if it's doing anything. Because like I said, this paint is really thin. So maybe we don't need a ton of time on it. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, it's been almost 3.5 hours. Let's see if anything happened. We'll test a little spot here. I mean, a little bit, but not too much. I don't know if this is going to be harder to come off because it's spray paint rather than latex paint. Let me see if down here is any better. Yeah, it's really not doing much at all. Well, yeah, it is. It is slowly coming off. Okay, we're gonna let it sit. Let me me grab a scraper just to see out of curiosity, a plastic one. Let's just see. Well, it definitely worked on the top surface. Yeah, it's coming off. Definitely coming off. Let's give it a little bit more time. I almost wonder if I should pour some more alcohol on it. I wonder if I can kind of save this plastic. Yeah, get some new. Staying wet, which is good. Just curious if I, on the top and bottom here, by adding extra, if that will help it at all, or if it's just going to be the same. Just needs to set longer. Yeah, I don't think that's going to make much difference because it's still pretty wet. Looks like we're only going to be able to get this one side done tonight. I'll have to do the other side tomorrow. Because I'm thinking it's probably going to have to set another couple hours. It's 6:30, so maybe around 8:30, 9 o'clock it might be ready. Get some more plastic on that top up there. And then I'll come back in a couple hours and we'll see what the progress is. Okay, it is now 10 to 8, so I think I was out here at 6:30, 7:30, almost another hour and a half it's been sitting. Looking pretty good now, I think. Let's pull it back a little bit and we'll check it. If I can get most of it off, I could magic eraser the rest of it off, probably. Crazy how this works. This game we're going to have to use liquid mask on so that we can cover up the devil. To paint the red. Tomorrow morning, I'll do the other side and get it covered up and let it sit for a while I'm doing other stuff. seems like down here is still pretty stuck. So I think what I'm gonna do is clean that up. I'm gonna roll that paper towel back over a little bit onto that bottom part, and we can maybe work on trying to clean up this top part a little bit. I'm gonna put all this stuff in this bag tonight and put it outside. Okay, I'm gonna roll this back over to about there. We're just gonna let that sit. And let's take a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I'm almost out for the night. I never went to the dollar store today. And this shouldn't hurt the artwork because this is like such a fine sandpaper. I might have to put the paper towels back over it for a little bit more. I think I'm going to. But we are definitely getting there. Look at that. That looks awesome. I think I'm going to put it back over it. It's not going to hurt anything, I don't think. So I think Charlie's about right on 6 hours or so of keeping this covered. Because I think we're 5 hours into it so far. So if I let it sit for one more hour, I'll bet you we get most of this off. So I'm gonna get some more saran wrap out and cover this up for a little longer. I'm gonna give it one more hour. And then tomorrow morning at like 6 in the morning, I'll be out here and I'll flip it over and put a coat on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and put saran wrap back on this and let it set for another hour. It's 8 o'clock now, so around 9 o'clock I'll come back out. Okay, it's 5 after 9. It's been a little bit over an hour. We're gonna go ahead and take this off now, and if I gotta go over it a little bit more tomorrow, I can. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and scrape this for a little bit and get it cleaned up. Then I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm done for tonight. I need to get some more alcohol, but a lot of it has come off. Down here, from like this writing down, you know, maybe about here down, I'm not really worried about that. I could sand that off. I just want to make sure I get the rest of it off the artwork, and then we can come back and touch it up. Actually, I might be able to rub some of this off with my finger, actually. Maybe I'll do that for a couple minutes. Try to get the majority of it off. But once I fix the red on the cabinet, I'll be able to touch up all the artwork. I'm not gonna go super crazy with it, but we just need yellow paint, white paint, some black, and red. Probably actually could touch it up pretty darn good. And then we'll do a satin clear over top of it. So, all right, this is gonna end part 1 of the Satan's Hollow restore. If you guys are liking what you're seeing, please like, subscribe. Any questions or comments, feel free to send them, and I will see you guys tomorrow.